What's going on, everyone? Cyclops from Paramount Cyclops here, and boy, does the craziness just continue. This is like a zombie movie, only it's one of those zombie movies where shooting them in the head doesn't suffice. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, I don't know. I leave that to your opinion. I don't have a dog in this race, and I don't have a pony in this show. I just don't. I dispense the information, and I find this riveting, just the fact that, wow, it's like watching chess, and each side has their own strategies, and this is a bombshell, though. This is crazy. This is absurd. This is nuts. This is like game-changing. Basically, at 11 p.m. last night, the GOP versus the GOP, we'll call it that, state legislators in Pennsylvania had tried to enact Act 77, which was mail-in voting, which obviously they had done. However, Act 77 was already in litigation. The state legislator Republicans, who are separate from the Trump Republicans, it's important to note the Trump Republicans are different. The Trump Republicans are suing the state legislator Republicans in Pennsylvania. The state legislator Republicans were enacting Act 77 to amend the state constitution to make mail-in ballots, mail-in voting legal. The problem was, under the state constitution, to make an amendment, it had to be on the ballot. But to be on the ballot, they didn't have enough time to put it on the ballot. They wouldn't have mail-in voting if they wanted to have it on the ballot. So halfway through, they abandoned it, stopped pushing for Act 77, but they still did the mail-in ballot, the mail-in voting. But it was never voted on, so therefore it was against the Constitution. So the judge has ruled that they have to stop everything. And when I stop everything, I mean they have to stop everything. This is game-changing. Who knows where it's going to go from here, but if this happens, this changes everything. So let's read this from the Daily Mail, but you will find it everywhere on Reddit, on any news source pretty much you want, because this is big news. It's big enough that they can't ignore it. That said, you are going to be walking into a partisan minefield. You will be getting differing opinions. You will be getting people trying to sway your opinion one way or another. My goal is simply to inform you, and that is it. I'll give you the food. From there, you either decide to eat it or not. From News Stud, just one I decided on because it was quick and sweet and didn't get too confusing like most of them. Breaking. Pennsylvania state judge upholds HALT to certification. And when I say upholds HALT for certification, I mean they straight like quarantined it. They straight said nope. So, let's read. According to a new report from Legal Insurrection, a Pennsylvania state court judge has issued a preliminary injunction preventing Pennsylvania from taking any further steps to perfect its certification of the election, including but not limited to appointment of electors and transmission of necessary paperwork to the Electoral College, pending further court hearings and rulings, as if it never even happened, pretty much. The ruling upholds an injunction from earlier in the week, and it is significant because of the findings made in the opinion released tonight. The report adds earlier in the week, Judge Patricia McCullough issued a temporary halt to the certification process, and that now is on appeal to the PA Supreme Court. The judge issued this opinion extended that halt. The judge issued this opinion to extend that halt, pending further hearings, and to set forth the basis for the injunction, which could be relevant to the appeal. And then Sean Parnell retweeted from Tracy Oliver. Huge ruling in at Sean Parnell, USA's outstanding lawsuit in PA. There's still a hearing coming up, but judge already ruled he's likely to succeed in providing the PA election that was in proving the PA election was unconstitutional. And that's where the biggest slice of meat is. The reason the judge has ruled thusly is because, in the judge's opinion, it is highly likely that the Trump side Democrats will win the lawsuit. We don't need to know this, constant article section, blah, blah, blah. as the plain language of that constitutional provision is at odds with the mail-in provisions of Act 77. See, they didn't even finish Act 77 because they knew it was unconstitutional. They just tried to quietly push it through. Since this presents an issue of law which has already been thoroughly briefed by the parties, the judge is not going to be happy because this was already in litigation, but yet the state legislator, Republicans, still pushed it through, even though they knew it was in litigation. This court can state petitioners have a likelihood of success on the merits of its Pennsylvania constitutional claim. And the judge has further stated, without the emergency relief ordered by this court, there would be the likelihood of irreparable harm to the petitioners. Huge. Crazy. Game-changing. I'm only bringing you the information, and you can do with it as you wish. I don't have a dog in this race. Personally, right now, I don't care. I just want to move forward. But I am looking at it as, wow, this is something that we all need to know because we're all in this together. And the better all of us are informed, the better all of us can vote. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one, and stay informed.